Someone didn't feel like filming this week. What do you mean? You just edited down an old Twitch VOD. What's your point? My point is that you're a lazy piece of... You're literally f***ing sleeping right now. Roll the f***ing tape. Anyone need a dickhead cat? As Corum was so quick to point out, all this footage is from my Twitch channel, which you should follow using the link in the description down below. Let's make our glaze first. Start off with a half cup of real maple syrup, not that pancake syrup. It costs a little extra, but the difference is more than worth it. Taste test for quality. Yes, I really love maple syrup that much. Remember that scene in Super Troopers where they chug the syrup?
Oh! I am all that is man.
Yeah, I could probably do that. Follow up with a half cup of your preferred bourbon, Knob Creek in my case, and again, always taste test for quality. Now that you're sufficiently amped up with a little bit of liquor and sugar, combine those in a saucepan and bring to a simmer. While that's on the stove, cube 2 sticks of butter and stick in the fridge. We want to keep our butter cold so that it doesn't break when we add it to the glaze later. Head back to the stove and stir occasionally until it's reduced to the point that it leaves a trail in the pan. At this point, slowly whisk in your cold butter until everything is nice and emulsified. That's it. Yeah, seriously. It only took 3 ingredients to make this shit, and it slaps so hard you'll want to put it on everything. In fact, leave a comment below with what else you'd put this on. Set it aside to cool and get ready to fry some chicken. Now, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Fried chicken is probably the greatest food in the world. It exists in some form in virtually every culture around the globe, and is directly responsible for every good thing that's ever happened. That girl you like wants to go out with you? Fried chicken. The Miracle on Ice? Fried chicken. The COVID vaccine that's on the way? You guessed it, motherfucking fried chicken. But Launchpad, you ask? How can I make my very own delicious, world peace-inspiring fried chicken? Well, be patient, my dear Padawan. I'm going to learn you some knowledge. The method we'll be using here is largely adapted from J. Kenji Lopez Alt's The Food Lab, and it's a cookbook that should be in every home. For real, this is my #1 most recommended cookbook, and you should pause this video and go buy it right now. Now, the secret to good fried chicken is brining. I didn't record myself making the brine, so you're just going to have to take my word here. You can use buttermilk, pickle juice, or in my case, a combination of the two. Place your preferred avian carcass cuts in a freezer bag or container and fill with the brine until completely submerged. Refrigerate for a bare minimum of 3 hours, preferably overnight. Now that your pickled poultry is all good and brined, start off by making a dredge. In a large bowl, combine 2 tablespoons of Spanish smoked paprika, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 3 tablespoons of black pepper, a couple pinches of salt, a half cup of cornstarch, and 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Whisk together until everything is incorporated. One by one, place your modern dinosaur pieces in the dredge and coat evenly. Once it's all coated, take about 2 tablespoons of the brine and seductively massage it into the dredge. Go back and recoat all of your chicken, this time taking care to really work it on there for a nice thick coating. After all of your bagots are sufficiently dusted, get ready to fry. I've said it before and I'll say it again, frying is not a f***ing joke. If you're not careful, you can severely f*** yourself up. Be mindful when you do this. Now that that's out of the way, heat your frying oil, peanut oil in my case, up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. We're actually going to be maintaining a temperature of around 350 while we fry, but it's important to start at a higher heat as the temperature of the oil will drop once the chicken is added. Start placing your bird bits in the oil, only 2 or 3 at a time, so as to not overcrowd the pan. Fry for a couple minutes to allow the coating to achieve that beautiful golden brown, and flip once for even cooking. Take care to move things around as little as possible while they're frying, otherwise you're going to lose a bunch of those delicious crispy bits. Remove the poultry pieces to a wire rack lined baking sheet, salt immediately, and chuck them in the oven at 350 degrees for about 5 to 10 minutes. This will allow them to finish cooking as well as crisp up a little more. It's time to bash. I recommend serving this with a simple Carolina slaw and fried potatoes, but I won't blame you if you just want to smash this stuff by itself. Drizzle the glaze over the chicken, or if you're feeling frisky, toss it in a bowl to completely coat it. Enjoy, and think about how much better your life is because of fried chicken. Anybody who wants to is willing to spend a couple extra dollars and not just buy some blister pack Walmart knife to go with that one. So let's strain our pasta. What the f*** are you doing?